Alright, now that I have my tool set up the way that I want it, and I went back and confirmed, I took a measurement across here, and I was only about a thousandth over when I was happy with it, just slightly oversized on the tenons. So we should be in good shape with the way that this thing is set up. This dimension here, 0.660, well, you're going to want that shoulder to cut back into here far enough that this actually cuts and you get a nice clean cut. So let's say this is the end point right here and you've taken off a 1/16. You're going to want to trim this back, otherwise you're not going to be able to cut a tenon all the way down. So set your calipers. 660 is the number on this one. Right here, looks like just right about at the edge of where I've cut by hand is how deep I'm going to be able to cut from here to here. See, 660. Now I've taken a few of these and I'm going to take the easy option, go out to the belt sander, disc sander, and shave these down a little bit. Then when I come back, we're going to go over to the drill press and set it up and run this tool, cut some tenons, and hopefully we're going to have some really nice, clean cut, finished results. Alright, we're back from the disc sander with our pieces, and we've shortened them up so that we're going to get a nice shoulder here, and we'll have enough tenon material we can adjust it, take a little bit out of the length if we decide later on. One more thing before we go out to the drill press, I want to show you. You're going to need a way to hold on to those things. So there's two things that you're going to need. You're going to need drill press vise, machinist vise of some sort on your drill press, and I made these specialty jaws for a custom-made machine that I'll maybe show you someday for drilling. But these blocks clamshell together so that you can lay your stem in there and close this on it. Some of them are going to be a little over or a little under, but they're going to give you a set of jaws to hold them together with. I made these out of some high density polyethylene, and they're drilled so that they're as parallel as I can get them all the way through, and they're cross drilled, so if you wanted to put an object in the other direction. This one here fits 5/8 inch pipe stem. This here sets for 3/4 of an inch. Once you take your piece, place it in there, close it, put it into the vise. This here fits a little loose. Put a couple wraps of this blue tape on here. That'll tighten it up. That'll be enough to hold it. Get a couple wraps on there. Bring it down to where I'm going to make my cut, and that'll be good to go. And once I've done that, I'm going to be able to line this up. Put it into my vise. Square it up somewhat. You'll be able to get it pretty square right there, and then once it's in position on the drill press, you'll be able to loosen this, Move it until it's in perfect alignment by moving your quill up and down. When you're satisfied with it, you lock the vise down, start the motor, bring the quill down, make your cut gradually as you go down. So that is the way that I hold them so that they're not spinning around. You don't want to clamp on here, obviously. You don't have a lot of surface with this. You can wrap it with a inner tube, some kind of rubber, plastic, silicone tape. This is, I think, one of the most worthwhile ways to do it. And once you've made this set of jaws, you can use it for a whole lot of things. Like I mentioned, by being cross-drilled like this, you can also clamp a piece to drill down into the end of it here. So lots of different ways that you can use them, but that's my solution for the holding problem once you get to the drill press. Alright, we're here at the drill press, and I've kind of set this up a little bit. I've got my extra jaws inside of my machinist vise. I know that my table is square. I have this surface plate that I usually work on. You're going to be able to bring this pin down till it's started in there. Snug these just a little bit. It's going to follow right through there. It's going to be true. The depth it has to go, it would be quite difficult for it to go at any kind of an angle. Bring your jaws down tight. Now, one thing I should probably say, I don't have anything holding this down. It's not clamped to the table. So I'm probably going to hear from somebody that they think that might be unsafe. I think it's pretty stable. There you go. That's the first one. Pretty clean job. Cuts both surfaces. Squares this. Cuts the tenon to size. All right, we're back from the drill press with our stems. The overall finish looks pretty nice, and I'm always pleased with the squareness of the shoulders when they're cut this way. There's going to be some variation between them. Ideal target mark here is 312, and whoops, I would deliberately cut these just a little bit oversized because you can always trim them down a little bit by hand. I figured that I wanted them over by a couple thousandths in overall diameter, maybe on the outside, and looks like we're pretty much right there. 316. Yeah, they're all running pretty much right there, about 316. So about 4 thousandths over. Couple ways I can deal with that. I can either turn those down by hand, readjust that tool, or very carefully file them down. That's pretty much what you're going to expect. Depending on how perfectly round this hole is and how well that pilot rides down through there, you're going to have a certain amount of run out as you measure them. It's just what's going to happen with that tool. These are the shavings, pretty much continuous, and lathe speed was 1100 RPM. And you saw the feed rate. These shells work out really nicely. Might try that. Might consider it for yourself. For your safety, you'll be able to use them many times. I made them for a special purpose. So hope that was helpful. Okay, YouTube, that's it. We made it to the end. I know it was a long video. If it turns out in editing that this video is that long, I will split it into 2 parts. It will not have an alternative ending, but I may have to divide it into 2 pieces. I know there was a lot of information to cover. I hope this was helpful for you. Like I said, I can't speak of any other particular brands, better or worse comparisons. I think that they're made very similarly in design, and as far as repeatability goes, when they're set up, they're going to be repeatable until you mess with them. And as soon as you mess with them, they're going to be all out of whack, and you're going to have to play with them again. So the idea of having one that's dedicated, that makes a final cut and that's it, is not really such a bad idea. Well, now that we've taken all the mysteries out of that tool, I guess we'll have to think about something new to work on. Got a few ideas. If you have anything in particular that you'd like to see me challenged by, I'd like to hear it. I read all the comments, and appreciate you watching, and thanks for sticking around to the end of this long little video clip, and I hope it helped demystify that for you, help you along your way. And until I see you next time, I wish you the best, and we'll be talking again soon.